You know, people think we're the same height.
We are. We are the same height.
In reality, he's like Frodo or Bilbo Baggins, and I am like Gandalf the Grey.
Oh, my Frodo Baggins.
What? What was that? Bilbo Baggins? You gotta drop the ring into Mordor with Samwise the Brave?
Yeah, Samwise.
First of all, Sam was the real hero of Lord of the Rings.
We all knew that.
Because he had to put up with Frodo's pocket.
Yeah, crying at the back.
Sam, it's too heavy. Too heavy. I'm carrying the food. I'm carrying the pots. I'm carrying the weapons. And I'm watching over Smeagol.
And he carried him.
And he cooked. And he carried him.
Yeah.
He said, I can't carry you, Mr. Frodo, but I can carry you. See, if I was Sam, I would have just Batista bombed him into Mount Doom.
Wait, did you do Sam's voice as Gandalf? I feel like you did.
Well, let me read that. I can't carry you, Mr. Frodo, but I can carry you. Come on.
You can't carry it.
And then Smeagol is like,
there's no way we'd ever be respected as political analysts. There's no way. No one's ever going to respect us as political commentators. We can't do it. It's obvious. It's obvious we can't do it. Listen.
And then Smaug like,
listen,
thief.
We have something to talk about today. We haven't even did the intro yet, and you talking about Smaug.
So tell me, Barrel Rider.
You're gonna ride the barrel. You don't let me do this introduction right now, okay? And then you all lot gonna see you down Front Street riding the barrel.
This ain't Donkey Kong. I ain't riding no barrel.
Oh yeah. But listen. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Good morning. And buenas tardes to those who are Hispanic. This is a type
Should
of
we
news.
say that in Portuguese? Bon dia to our Portuguese people. Because we are respectful for all Bermudians.
Oh, yeah,
whether they are born here or not.
We are inclusive.
Speaking of people that are not respectful of all Bermudians, whether they are born here or not.
Okay. So, we have a person in this country who...
The hole keeps just getting deeper and deeper and deeper. It's like that Lion King one has to like dig a tunnel, dig a hole, dig a hole.
No, we briefly made this reference that we feel as though we have a certain MP that is very Trump-esque.
Certain cabinet minister.
Yeah, a certain cabinet minister that's very Trump-esque. And you know, the stats keep piling because then, you know, it was a wall discrepancy with the SEC. And you know, we've heard a lot about walls from Trump too.
Listen, we're gonna build a wall to keep all the Mexicans, separate them from their parents. It's great, it's huge. When we kick them out, I know who's gonna make my chimichangas.
He's very harsh on people that have status or are trying to achieve status, and
but aren't quite.
Yeah, we've heard that also from Mr. Trump. So we have decided that due to all of these similarities...
No, let's keep going. Don't understand science. Bases legislation around their emotions. Discrepancies towards walls. Dislike for anybody that's not his skin color and is not born in Bermuda, even though they have status.
Or America.
Blatant disregard for other people's wishes. Willingness to go against the populace, or the ones with the populace, even though they say that they're for the people. And very much the I'm doing this so get over it mentality.
Well, goes with the majority of the populace.
That's 8.
Yeah. We at It's That Type of News have decided to dub Minister Lieutenant Colonel Burch as Blump.
Did we recently join the College of Cardinals?
You have to knight them. He
Knight
is
them.
Blump. Minister Blump. Black Trump. That's how we're going to do it. And I think that these, anywhere else in the world, anyone would have been calling for his resignation. Anywhere else in the world. Just from that one comment he made in the House. But you know, it just gets worse and worse, doesn't it?
Like I said, the hole just gets deeper and deeper.
Because if you wanted the SEC to basically remove or if you wanted the governor to not be the one to hand over the cup, I personally agree. I don't see why I would have a representative of colonial British handing over a cup that symbolizes emancipation for us from them. I don't see why that.
That's not the problem.
No, it's not the problem.
The problem is you withholding repairs until what you feel needs to get done gets done.
Especially when you could just write to the governor.
Exactly.
As an MP, as a cabinet minister.
Exactly. And this is the problem that we have with both parties. Too many people are speaking from emotion right now. And emotion is not where politics should be run from. Emotion is where people vote from, yes, which is stupid. But it's not how it should be run. And so far, we have seen significantly too much emotion.
My thing is, it's just how you do it. You know what I mean?
It's not what you do, it's how you do. Well, it is what you do.
It is what you do, but I mean, like, what you do could be good. You can come with all great causes. Like, I mean, I personally do believe that it's been long overdue that the Premier hand over the cup. I do believe that. I do believe that the Premier should definitely be instilled with that as somebody who is a symbol of our emancipation.
I also feel that the Premier should be seen as the head of state, because the Premier is the one that makes the decisions. The Premier is the one that does everything. The governor just, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, that would mean that we'd be in Bennett.
No, I don't mean supplant the governor, because the same thing with Canada. Justin Trudeau makes all the decisions, and the governor's like, oh, okay, cool.
No, the governor and the Queen is still recognized as head of state.
Yes, by Canada as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's like,
okay, fair enough. Okay, head of parliament.
I do believe that the Premier should definitely be in charge of, the hand over the cup. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and most of the things that the governor does right now is all basically pump, and it's nothing wrong with that, I guess.
No,
if you're into that.
I have no problem with the governor.
But I do believe that it's a lot of things that are happening that if they were done by anyone else in any other party, it would not be accepted. Like, I mean, if you were saying, well, if Michael Fay or any of them got up there and they say, hey, I don't care what your opinions are if you're not from this part of the country. Oh, you can't. I am not going to repair your wall until you do what I tell you to do. Oh,
how dare you take this job when you're not a real Bermudian, even though you have status here.
He's from India, yeah.
See, and it seems like the only way that we can get older black Bermuda to understand stuff is to take what their ministers say and just swap the words out.
Or better yet, you know what? What we should do, because I think this will probably be more effective, is we should go and read quotes with different people's faces on it. I guarantee you.
The Trump Hitler thing?
Yeah, legit. And
let's do that. Let's do it.
I think even more so, I will go around with Michael Dunkley's face or Faye's face and read PLP quotes. And people would say, I know that. Barbara would say that. I know it because he don't care about the people. My thing is, the quotes that the things that these folks are saying is not in line with what we represent as Bermudians. You know, what we portray to tourists. We were this, you can come here and we accept you and we work hard and we love everyone and we're polite.
Emphasis on the word were.
Yeah, that's definitely past tense.
Past tense. Because what we are is not what we should be. And no, it's been a year. Almost a year since the election. Give or take a couple weeks from when this video gets uploaded. But it's been damn near a year. And so far, I'm disappointed.
I think that we've always said the same thing. You have Premier Burt, that in all manners of speaking, is not that bad.
No, he's not that bad. It's not him that we have the problem with.
But he and his inability to keep his cabinet in line.
If the captain of a ship's got a shitty crew, is the ship going to go where it needs to go?
Yeah, I mean, you have like so many folks running rampant, and I mean, it's just everything that he does is undercut by something that one of his cabinet ministers does or says, and it's just, you know, like here you have a premier that is out here advocating for, you know, a new industry and to bring something here, foreign investors and all that stuff. And
experts are saying that cryptocurrency might be bigger than reinsurance.
Yeah.
Whether that's true would have to stand the test of time.
You have him here doing that, and then in the flip side, you have his ministers
running around like a bunch of chickens ahead of
making xenophobic comments against people who are not from her
with no repercussions.
and you have him over advocating this, and then as soon as you look at a newspaper or something, you see this, you see something different. So it's like how people accepting that is only because it's from the people they support. Yeah, because it wouldn't be accepted from the other party. I know it wouldn't be. Because they're still calling to a commission of inquiry for travel monies. The OBA is still paying for their decisions, but yet the PLP isn't paying for nothing. Like, they say things and it's just, whoo! Like, I mean, they're still hamming up Michael Dunkley, Minister Faye, Burch. Like, people publicly destroy these people whenever they even make a comment anywhere. But it's that same sort of taken to task is not being given to the people who are in power now. And this is what the disconnect here. Like, there's no way that Minister Burch should have just said what he said and not had any repercussions, and then had the audacity to say, well, I won't apologize. Not only should he have issued a public apology.
Should have resigned.
Exactly. Because it's clear he's inept, because the trash truck situation is still going.
Wasn't it, didn't they say by April 24th?
Oh, he had a press conference saying, well, it will continue until the foreseeable future.
How much money did the budget allocate for the Department of Works and Engineering? It's a few $1 million, was it not? How much does the average truck? How much does the average trash truck cost?
Listen.
No. We gonna get into this, because when my father was Minister of Works and Engineering, there was a discrepancy about some missing stone. That wasn't even really missing. And they put him out to dry because of some missing stone. Then they also put him out to dry when he hired a Canadian company to fix Blackwatch Pass rather than a Bermudian company. Now, the situation was, okay, pay 4 times as much for the Bermudians that aren't necessarily trained to do that job in the time and fashion that it needs to get done, or pay a quarter of what the Bermudians try to charge for a professional company from the States, I think it was Canada, it was either Canada or America, I can't remember, but or for these foreigners to come down and do it, which got done like that, and they spent less money. So it's like, hire Bermudians and pay more, or...
Well, here's the thing.
But
the PLP criticized them about that, but then went and picked a Canadian company to put that plant.
Exactly my point.
They went to pick a Canadian company to pick that plant, and then it was said that there were Bermudians that applied, and they were denied.
Exactly my point. So
it's
you can't be okay with something and not be okay. You can't have a problem with something and then be okay with the same thing from other people. That's not how it works. Because if I steal out your pocket, you're gonna give me shit. But if you steal out of someone's pocket, oh, it's okay?
It's not. And I think that it's ridiculous that it's even come to that where people are saying and doing things. Because right now the PLP is running this government exactly like the OBA.
But this is what I'm worried about. And I would really challenge Burt to, you know, like get a hold of all your people, because it's almost like someone's. Oh, that was going to be a question going on.
Well, I'm saying, just look at the success rate of the Premier. You know, his going and spoke places had been received.
He's not doing a bad job. The Premier is not
look
doing
at the
a bad
cabinet.
It's the cabinet.
No, but I'm saying, you had a sugar tax come out, right? It's been rolled back twice.
October.
You had an initiative for the trash that was supposed to end. It's been pushed. It's still continuing. Like, it's still being worked out. You have public transport that's in shambles. And I'm not saying this is all your fault, but I'm just saying these are the same problems, and they're being fixed the exact same way by not being fixed at all.
It's been a year and we haven't heard anything about education.
No, he just know why the Wi-Fi is not complete in schools. No. So every single thing that has been done by the cabinet.
I'd rather fix the mold by the Wi-Fi.
No, but everything that's been done by the cabinet has not been completed. It has not been completed. This is my issue. The Premier is going out here and sitting down and selling us on Bloomberg, and sitting down and signing deals with Korean companies. He's putting that blockchain and that Bitcoin into work. And I'm seeing that if he is committed to something, it gets done.
And I commend him for it.
However, he does not take that same commitment to making sure his cabinet gets done what they need to do. Because there's no reason why he should be so silent on so many issues that are happening that are so big to the community. Like, because I have not heard Premier Burt take a definitive stance regarding his support of this fight against same-sex marriage. Like, I have not seen him sanction any of these maneuvers. Like, I haven't. I mean, I'm seeing cabinet ministers coming out and make statements, but I do not see the premiers, well, I am, or fully against, so I fully support Mr. You know, I'm not seeing that. And I feel like you're the only one that finishes things. So you need to make sure that your cabinet has the same gusto and vigor. Because Mr. Burch has all of this, and has always had all of that. But the results are not there. Because guess what? The SEC, the wall got built. Got built without you. Trash trucks, still ain't got none of them. Trash collection, still once a week.
Actually, with a lot, I know a few companies, just guys with long bed trucks, they're doing trash for people. Eventually, if this keeps up, then guys with trucks will find out. Some of them have already found out. I can make money over taking people's trash.
So what you're saying is that trash collection should be privatized.
Trash collection is going to be privatized because I've already seen some trash collectors going around doing it. I know of several truck drivers that I know got to use I'm not going to say the company because I don't want to divulge a person's name out of whatever reasons. But when I was working at a certain place, a gentleman would come and pick up the trash. Private trash contractor. That same gentleman I know is going around from house to house, people that pay him, and not much either. Let's say, like 50 people pay him $10 every Tuesday to take their trash. And he just spends the entire day taking trash for people. What's 50 times 10?
$500.
That's $500.
Took me a little while.
For a Tuesday. Let's say that same driver says, hey, let's do this every day. Different neighborhood every day. But the thing is, if people have the money, and people do have the money.
Because you're already paying taxes for that service to be done.
Because let me tell you something. If someone said, hey, if for $10 a week, we'll pick up your trash the opposite day that Colonel Burch boys come pick up the trash, you think I'm not going to sign up for that? Because it's summertime. All the bugs and the rats and the lizards and the frogs and the cats all up through our trash. Which makes the job harder for trash guys because when a trash bag has been sitting outside for a week,
it's disgusting.
It's going to have scratches in it from animals trying to get the food inside. It's going to have maggots in it when people throw away the food. It's going to have flies in it. It makes the job harder when he works in engineering.
And I don't think they should be subjected to that.
I don't think, if anything, you should be paying them more.
Yeah, especially since they're probably the only ones doing multiple runs in it.
Exactly. And I commend them because, and the thing is,
I have nothing against the staff. Like, the staff has been pulling up
it's not the
weight.
It's not the staff
of failed leadership.
It's not the staff. It's the leadership. It's the leadership.
And it wasn't top notch before, but it
was functional.
It's not good now. And I mean, if I really had anything, if I could sit across from the premier and tell her, I would just say, can you please put your work ethic into your cabinet? Like, I need to see things being finished. And I understand that the voters who are really diehard PLP are completely fine with these lost promises that get lost in the Bermuda Triangle, I guess, and they just don't come back. Cause
you're pulling the trouble?
Yeah, but it's true. He looked into our government and he saw one time that we just say stuff and then there it goes, and nobody goes to fish for it.
For the record, if you don't know, Trevor Noah mentioned Bermuda on the Daily Show about same-sex marriage, saying that it was passed twice in Bermuda, being that it gets passed, got lost in Triangle, and then a diver had to go take it back to Parliament.
Because at one point you was hearing all this stuff about how Jamal was gonna, step in, Minister Jamal was gonna step in and do all this with flipping casinos, and boop, there that goes.
Oh,
and we heard all this about Wi-Fi and boop.
Last time I heard about the gaming commission was when they got rid of Dungeon Shoots.
Yeah,
I saw Mr. Dungeon today.
But this is the thing. It's we as a people, we elect and then we look away. And we have watched our money be mismanaged and squandered, because I mean, even under even on the OBA, it's like it's certain places that money should have been dedicated that it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if it's one thing, you can't have a premier who is taking a stand against the UK and alluding to independence and have a cabinet that can't work out public transport, can't work out trash collection, can't work out how to get our education facilities up to par. And if you say that isn't enough money, well, I would believe you, but that's almost like looking at somebody who is asking for extra hours at work, but then you see them down at Juve. You know what I mean? It's like you're still spending money somewhere, so you have it. It's just like how a government that's pinched for money is still paying legal fees to appeal same-sex marriage, and has admitted in the House, because Minister Keynes admitted this, that they have unbudgeted consultants. So that means consultants that exist outside of the budgeted allotted money. So that means that the budget that we were given, these consultants are not in it.
And consultants are not cheap.
So you guys are PR, you have Christopher Famous up to talk about untendered contracts on the OVA and all this, but as soon as you're talking about filling with untendered contracts, you are using unbudgeted consultants. So when are people gonna start to say, wait a minute, this is BS on both sides, isn't it? Like, this is clearly like nobody has the best interest of the people in heart. And how long are we gonna allow us to call a spade a shovel? Like the PLP, the OVA, a spade is a spade.
But no one's gonna realize that because media is dead in Bermuda.
Clearly.
Because unfortunately, it almost feels like the newspapers just...
They print whatever's gonna sell.
Yeah.
And I mean, I commend Ms. Lagan because she's printing stuff about road safety, which is actually something that's bloody well important, because that's what is one of the main plagues of our society. So I commend her.
That's fine. But I mean the organization as a whole.
No, I know what you mean.
Because if we were going about these specific people, because then
no, but I just wanted to say that because I really enjoy seeing the initiatives that have been put into that.
Be that as it may, radio stations, nothing. TV, nothing. What other forms of media do we have? Yeah,
because in America or any other country, as soon as somebody says something, it's dripping all over the place. Like, that's all you hear about is Trump said this, or this person said that, or Huckabee Sanders said this, and you have all this.
Because America, but the thing is, America has alternatives. America's got not everything's under Trump. You've got CNN, Fox News, ABC, hell, even the Young Turks.
Yeah,
we'll sit there and stick to them. Down here, we have everybody in this corner, and then we have me and you.
And
we're like pushing the narrative, and then we're just two idiots with a camera just stuck our flag in the ground saying, hey, we ain't gonna take it.
Yeah, because they're calling the shovel, they're calling the spade a shovel, we're calling it a spade. Like, at this point, it comes down to accountability, and that's something that our government has had for a long time. Because if they had accountability,
we wouldn't be in this mess.
Were worried about backlash from the people, about holding them accountable, they wouldn't be just dropping projects like they are, like simply just not bothering with them. Like, it's just, we'll release a plan. We'll do this. Well, consultancy, we'll do consultation after we have already finalized the bill, and then go back and fix it. It's like, where is the structure? Where is like the actual care for how you look to the people? Because right now I'm seeing PLB do a lot of barbecues, and I'm walking around, I'm talking to people in the house and stuff. But I could do that. I could throw a barbecue and talk to people in the house. But what I can't do is sit there and actually implement a damn education plan or actually fix up these schools. What I can't do is explain to people why 110 buses were canceled. What I can't do is sit there and tell tourists who have come here and spent a heck of a lot of money to help sustain our economy why they can't get from point A to point B without paying $50 in a taxi. That's what I can't tell them. I can tell them why, but I can't fix that. So, if you want to talk about cryptocurrency and you want to draw a fine line in the sand on who can marry who, how about drawing that same fine line for education? Like, when am I going to start seeing definitive? Because the last thing I saw from that was our test scores at all-time low. So I think there's a lot of freaking work to do, and I need to stop seeing Diallo Rabane online with his snarky comments that are not adding anything to the ethos of intelligence, and actually get to work on making sure that these kids' test scores go up, and that they are equipped to transfer to other education systems when they go for college. How about that?
How about that?
That's what I think.
Because I heard a young lady, she was complaining about because all of her credits weren't going to transfer to college.
Yeah, and that's been an issue.
Yeah, but so we have our students, our good students, doing college courses, doing summer courses. They haven't even graduated yet, but they're doing all these different courses. Got all these ropes and tassels and things on them when they graduate, looking like a damn overachieving rapper. But yet, when it's time for all that stuff to come into play, not all those credits transfer.
But what is the incentive?
But yet, credits aren't transferring. But yet, we're worried about Wi-Fi in schools. Students that are getting good grades and doing everything they can aren't getting the support that they need, while we're spending money fighting gay marriage. Trash is piling up on our roads while we're spending unknown dollars on legal consultants, which are expensive.
Yeah. And also other consultants and committees and people that are put on posts that really the minister should be shouldering it, because I don't see why I would need a game coordinator if I have a minister of defense.
I mean, I know we've pretty much beaten same-sex marriage to death, but it's like, why is that the only thing that we see all the cabinet ministers united against? I don't see too many. I mean, I saw you know Keynes was backing up the premier with cryptocurrency, but that's his department, is it not? Okay. I see the premier backing up people with certain things, like he backed up Minister Wilson about sending the prisoners away, as well as on the initiative to get more Bermudian nurses, which I wholeheartedly support. However, where's that same fire when it comes to education? Where's that same fire when it comes to, hey, Colonel Burch, you can't be saying these types of things. You need to watch what you say in public.
Yeah, run your shit.
Like, it's like Burt's steering the ship, but the other ministers are sewing off parts of the ship to make their own ones.
Yeah.
What happens when that happens? It sinks, right?
Yeah, it does.
There's a cartoon. There's a political cartoon like that where it's like it's a boat, but rather than that, all the people on the boat are sewing the boat apart to make little boats. When they have a big one that they can just use. Yeah. So it's like.
Oh, Cayman Islands has an airline. Jamaica has a medical school.
We don't even have reliable buses.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like these are steps that would convince me that we are ready for independence. These are steps that will convince me that we are ready to take such a firm stance against the UK and such a firm stance against America when it comes to this tax haven situation that we are constantly getting more and more flack from.
If we can't even get all our cabinet ministers to sing the same tune, how are we supposed to in any way survive independence?
Well, and with even less regulation.
Even less regulation. If we can't even allocate money and just say, you know what, okay, Supreme Court passed gay marriage, let's just leave it be. Let's spend that money on other things that we need.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but spending billions of taxpayers' dollars, and everyone say, oh, they're not spending millions, they might be spending millions. Every single dollar that goes into a cabinet minister's pocket, and all that cabinet minister's time that is spent fighting same-sex marriage is not spent doing things towards their jobs. Now, a gentleman came in our comments and said, oh, someone can whistle and walk at the same time. No, they can't. No.
Even if they can, they shouldn't.
No.
You're not going to do both at the best capacity if you're doing them at the same time.
I don't want multitasking ministers. That's why we took such a hard stance on having ministers having second jobs. I don't want multitasking ministers. Do this and do this to the best of your ability, or don't do anything at all.
If you need to sustain yourself, then I understand. But I feel like one of cabinet minister's salary, you can sustain yourself. I mean, unless you are living way past your means, because if some of us out here sustaining ourselves on 40 grand a year or more, 40 to 50 grand, I'm pretty certain 180 will do you.
$180,000 will do me wonders.
Listen, I'm going to discriminate against Colonel Burch for putting one earring in his hair. Because how can I trust him?
He's got two earrings. He's got the two hoops.
So what you're saying is that I'm spouting out incoherent, inaccurate information.
That's exactly what you're doing.
I'm already a minister. Let me tell you something. This is what they do. I just gotta go up on the hill and say a whole bunch of hogwash and pass it over as fact. I'm already there.
So okay, so pick, being that you're a minister, pick a group to discriminate against. The only taken ones are young people, Filipinos.
I don't think I have the guts to. I don't think I can go all the way.
And so speaking of groups, I don't want to see Colonel Burch at House of India, Ruby Murs, Full Star, Indigo, or in the ethnic food section at the grocery store. I don't want to see it. Minister Blump, you are not allowed to eat chicken tandoori. You're not allowed to eat chicken tikka masala. You're not allowed to eat naan. You're not allowed to eat samosas. You're not allowed to use a mango chutney. You are not allowed to eat basmati rice. You are not allowed to eat garlic naan, butter naan, or just regular. Okay?
The original naan.
Just the original.
Listen.
I don't want to see you watching no Bollywood movies. I don't want to see you watching any movies with Indian actors in them.
Listen, now that we've established these ground rules, okay?
You're not allowed to watch Slumdog Millionaire. You're not allowed to watch the first Jurassic World. That guy was Indian. You're not allowed to watch any British movie, pretty much. Matter of fact, you're not allowed to go to England. Because you want to talk about your colonial masters, they used to own India.
Oh, God. He said any English movie. That was a very smart one, actually.
Thank you.
Listen.
You're not allowed to check out Indian women. You're not allowed to watch Indian porn. I don't want to see any of it.
Please. We need to stop discriminating, okay? And Miss Premier
You know,
Burt,
I'm gonna go get the House of India tonight.
Premier Burt, please.
Maybe I'll post an Instagram post and tag Colonel Blump in it.
We need you to transfer this working ethic and finishing and follow through to the rest of your cabinet, and we need you to police what they say a lot more. This standard of making derogatory comments and getting away with it, somebody has to be the bigger person here. And if you want your party to take that leg up and take on that mantle, it has to start with you as the leader. It does, and it should start with them as the personal agency as adults as well. It's been the type of news.
Tell you what. I don't want that wall to get fixed.
It's fixed.
Alright, I forgot about that. Well, tell you what. Colonel Burch isn't allowed to make repairs on this house.
And why?
Until he makes a donation to House of India.
As reparations?
As reparations.
We didn't even... Black people don't even get reparations yet.
That's okay.
Alright, it's been this type of news. I'm Dutch Pyramid. I'm Bruce Robinson. We're gonna clear this out before you get me sued. I work with my people, okay? You turn this camera off. Turn this camera off.
I think I'm gonna go Ruby Murs tonight.
The episode's over.
Maybe I'll go Ruby Murs, get House of India for leftovers, then go 4-star, make a delivery, get some samosas.
I'm not gonna sit through this. I'm not gonna sit there. I'm not gonna tolerate this, okay? This is what you're doing right now, okay? I'm not gonna tolerate it.
Oh, so we're both ministers now.
You turned that camera off, I tell you. You gotta turn it off. We're both ministers now, just like that.